Okay, today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to look through this book, which is probably the first collection of Little Lulu by Marge, or Marge, or however you say her name. But anyway, this book is so old it's coming apart at the seams, as you can see. So it's held together with, some cheap kind of tape. And the back of it, has the same illustration and 2 stars. Wonder who gave it that review. Anyway, we've all seen the cartoon series from famous studios, and probably there was an anime series as well, but this is where it all originated, in the cartoons by Marge from the Saturday Evening Post, if you remember the opening credits. So, it's published by Rand McNally and Company. And there she is with a cat in a cage and, actual whites in their eyes. And the date says 1935-36 by the Curtis Publishing Company, edition of 1937. So this is long before the theatricals were done. All right, and the first one here, she's sitting on a statue, reading from some cement document, and sucking on a signature lollipop, like she always does. And the next page, apparently, what this person did, the person who owned this book, it looks like they cut out additional cartoons from the Post and pasted them in here because these pages are blank on this side. So, yeah, it's always neat when, when fans of a comic strip, add to their collection. So anyway, let's go through these, huh? So, yeah, these are from, obviously, the later period, I think the early 40s, because this is the design that would be adapted into the cartoons. The theatricals, I mean. Anyway, your hat made into the latest style while you wait. 1 cent. And she's got a steamroller there. And I guess the latest style is flat. Okay. And here she is with a lawnmower, mowing her name into the lawn. Why, the nerve! Okay, and here's, let's see, fancy groceries. Apples, sweet and sour. I guess, see that pen in her ear? She must have drawn faces on them. Special luncheon today. Choice of 5 desserts. She's having trouble picking one, and so much trouble that the waiter is falling asleep. Guess your weight. Valuable prize if I miss. And, yeah, she's shaking out all the heavy stuff from her boots, and this guy is suddenly catching on to, her shenanigans. And here she's getting ready to cut off the tails of a tuxedo at some opera or some upper class event. How does she get into them anyway? Okay, and this is her boyfriend, I think, the guy who was featured in the 1945 short Bow Ties, Beau, which is one of the best ones. Be my Valentine or else. Get to work. And, here, Lulu has created her own hand razor. She's quite the entrepreneur here. And, that's probably her dad, who was also seen in a lot of the theatrical cartoons, and he's missing a sock, and now he knows why. He knows where that sock went. I've got chicken pox! Or something. But, whatever it is, it hurts the doctor's ears. It says, be a man, whiskers only 1 cent. Yeah, she's just cutting them off of a shaggy dog and pasting them onto the faces of the local kids. And here, another dog-related cartoon with, balancing lumps of sugar on the dog's nose. Okay, and here, she's advertising fresh fish. Fresh fish from a truck. Or actually, the fishing pole, it's like she's pretending she caught it. And she's having him take a picture of it. And here she's trying to pose for a picture. Smile like a nice little girl. And, she's really struggling to smile here. Uh-oh. And this one, Tubby probably made her upset yesterday, so that's why she's yanking the welcome mat from under his feet, because he's unwelcome. Pony rides, up front 2 cents. Rumble seat, 1 cent. I don't know if this is the up front because, technically she's in front, but this must be the rumble seat. Yeah, and then these little clouds look like a 33 here. Okay. Yeah, here's another ingenious idea from Lulu on how to see through an umbrella in the rain. Uh-oh. I think this is one of the reasons why these haven't been republished anywhere in recent years, like by Fantagraphics or something, because there are a lot of unflattering, stereotypical caricatures in some of these. Yeah, especially in this context with the, shoe shine businesses that there were on the side streets of, New York and other metropolitan cities around the 30s. But anyway, yeah, this is an effective way to get space on the bus. Just bring some cactus plants and everybody will, move out of the way in order to avoid getting prickled. And the advertisements say smoke El Ropo and beauty cream. And here, she's got a ticket for a show that says men only. I wonder why it's men only. Why is she masquerading as a man in the first place? And here, she's standing behind a bookstore window. Actually, this is outside, and, he's, painting the sign on the other side. And then there's this one that says barber, by the way. And, she's sitting there watching a guy get shaved. I'm not entirely sure why this one is funny, but if you know why it's funny, let me know in the comments. Because, she's just sitting there watching him get shaved, and I don't see anything else to notice, really. Does she want her legs shaved or something? And here, we've got Lulu knitting a sweater for, her dog here. At Ye Little Yarn Shoppy. Free knitting instruction. Okay, and here, while everybody is saying grace and has their eyes shut, she sneaks a turkey leg. Step inside and see the genuine alligator, 1 cent. And there's Tubby again. And he's looking at an alligator suitcase. And here she's trying to charm a Cobra de Capello at the local zoo. And the zookeeper's not too happy about it. Sideshow, see the bearded lady, 1 cent. So it looks like she glued a beard onto her chin and suddenly can't take it off. And so she has to go to Joe's Barbershop. Uh-oh. If you hang upside down on the bus, you better make sure your knickers aren't exposed. Oh, look at this. Soap. And smoke for that cough. So cigarettes were thought to be medicinal back in the day, I guess. Here she is going on a hayride with Tubby, and she's taking this hayride thing kind of seriously. And here she's in church with the hymn book, and I guess they're both like trying to outdo each other. And here it looks like she's the hat check girl or coat check girl for these two boys who are having a fight. And here it says, "I will gladly mind your baby while you go to the movies. 5 cents an hour. While," misspelled. And she has the baby do all the work, obviously. "The great Zemo, buried alive for 3 weeks. No food, no water." And she's torturing him with, a hot dog and a Coke. And, here in a library where silence is the rule, she's just blowing her nose like... Mm-hmm. And here she is at the Busy Bee Sewing Circle because, this dog tore her knickers, so she needs to get them sewed. And this one's a little torn at the side as well. And here she is raising hell at a dog show by bringing a cat. Mm-hmm. And, this is one of the few times there's an actual word of dialogue in here. Boo! Yeah, because, the sound travels all the way up the pipe and, startles her dad. Uh-oh. And here she is smoking a pipe in order to make smoke come out of the chimney. Yeah. Rambunctious little Lulu, huh? And here she is, painting an apple that's already been eaten. Mm-hmm. Here she is in exercise class at school, I think. But I'm not sure what the gist of this one is. But either way, it's important to get your squats in. And, her dog's dirty. He's got a flea. So she washes him with flea soap. But then, just then, now she has the flea and needs the soap. Oh, and here's what looks like an early appearance of, Tubby. She's about to saw his stilts off. She really knows how to get revenge. But anyway, here she is, coming out of a public phone, having used it as a change room. And here's another variation of that kind of gag. Notice, swimming pupils must take cold shower before entering pool. Well, she's definitely prepared for that with the rain slicker and umbrella. Uh-oh, another stereotype. She thinks she's just scalped the head of this mannequin. Scalped like an Indian would. Anyway, there's another one. She's also pretending to be Indian here. Yeah, whoever owned this book must have, found a little bit of similarity between these two. Yeah, she put some arrows in this 1095 suit. In this one, she is protecting a tree that, she carved her name on. I guess Bill is Tubby's real name. So, no one's cutting down this tree. Not while I'm here. And so here in the church collection plate, it looks like Lulu has put an IOU in there. Mm-hmm. And, in order to prove that Santa Claus exists, she's going to get his autograph. Mm-hmm. Kind of appropriate for the holidays. Oh, and so is this one. Because these two angels are about to, turn devilish. Oh. I think I get it. She's using Tubby as, her own personal flotation device. Oh, this is interesting. Scientific reducing, 1 cent. Reducing, was like a popular term for weight loss. And, her method here is to have a goat chase the kid round and round the tree while they're tied on a loop. Here's one where she bowls in between this guy's bow legs and gets it all the way through. Oh, and she's at the garage here, taking advantage of the free air, using it to blow up her inflatable sea monster. Uh-oh, and yeah, there's her dad. He's mad because she's using his golf club bag as a sleeping bag. Yeah, she really knows how to make use of more than one thing. And here, it looks like she's playing Beekeeper. You know, wearing her, beekeeper's outfit while reading the Jungle Book. Looks like this one was left blank, but, uh-oh. It looks like she tied the two aprons together. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, and there's more clippings in here. Let's see what these are. So this one looks like a multi-panel one. The Jonker diamond, no other like it. And that night, she takes the diamond, I guess, and replaces it with a box of Kleenex. Because there's no other like it. That must have been Kleenex's slogan at the time. Because see, they're all happy. This is part of the, Saturday Evening Post magazine, probably. All right, and then we've got this one. And it says, deep suntan will be smart this summer. Start early. Yeah, that's probably your dad again. And, he's walking over to, like, a greenhouse or a sunroof or something. But, uh-oh, he walked in on her sunbathing and, now he feels like a peeping Tom. And this is the back of the clipping from the Saturday Evening Post. And finally, she's going into this automobile supplies store because there's a sale on seat covers. And, is that her little brother? I didn't know she had one, but, his seat needs a cover. So, there you have it. The original Little Lulu cartoons from the Saturday Evening Post. Hope you enjoyed it.